What's good, everyone? So, as you can see from the title, thumbnail, and what's on screen right now, it is leak day. So, if you don't want to be spoiled, please click off the video. Now, you should have had time to click off the video. Gave y'all ample time. This chapter, by the way, 10 out of 10. This is the best Boruto chapter, my favorite Boruto chapter. You are in for a treat. This is the cover right here. It's a Sasuke cover. Next page, just Boruto and Sasuke training. We do get to see Boruto's longer hair. Still has the eye scar. Sasuke looks clean. He's training him with sword techniques. Not really that much dialogue in this page. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. Still a cool panel nonetheless. Next page, we see, Boruto and Sasuke chopping it up. Keep in mind, Sasuke still is under omnipotence. So even though, Boruto and Sarada tried to convince him that Boruto's the good guy, he is just going solely off of his faith for his daughter. So in reality, he's probably saying Kawaki or someone else, but just pretending for the sake of Sarada that this is, a good guy and it is Boruto. Boruto's basically just cracking jokes, asking if he's master his Uchiha style. This is in reference to Boruto's clothing. Because, he dresses like Sasuke Uchiha. And even Kawaki makes a remark in, I think, chapter 3 or 4 that, what did you get adopted by an Uchiha? So, just the way he dressed seems Uchiha-esque, according to the children. I'm not going to go in depth on all of the panels because, this is, just a rough outline of the leak video. So, they're basically talking about how Sasuke never jokes, he's always serious. Not really nothing too crazy in this panel right here. Boruto still looks crazy with his longer hair. It's basically Sasuke's hairstyle from part 2 and kinda mixed with his adult hairstyle on Boruto and just blonde. It looks kind of weird, but I like it. It looks cool. Then fast forward, they're basically going through different bits and pieces of the flashbacks, right? That's why they're sitting down right here and they're all of a sudden in movement. I'm assuming they're on their way to fight Code right here because, they do seem in a hurry and they do seem both serious. He's basically telling Sasuke, or Sasuke's telling Boruto that, Sarada told him to save him and he's training him. Fast forward another time jump. Code has a slash in his eye. Boruto's sitting there kind of battered. Sasuke is also sitting there kind of battered. And if you peep, Boruto has a broken sword. So whatever battle that happened right here, Boruto's sword got broken and they both just got beat up. Now people are kind of wanking this panel. Code is in base. The translations, as you will see, Sasuke understands that they have no chance of winning. Should also be mental amped and training for 2 years. Code's probably just most likely off guard, low on chakra, or underestimating them. Because again, he is just holding back. Sasuke then tells Boruto to run. He's going to charge in, fend off Code. They can't beat this guy. He's telling Boruto to survive. This is how Sasuke got turned into a tree. Next panel, peak art incoming, right? Just right here, Sasuke's rushing in with his Chidori cloaked sword. One hand, one eye, one man, one plan. Code also looks cold in this panel. Boruto looks cold in this panel. This panel is just heat, right? And you see the claw grime surrounding him as well. Fast forward, we see a tree. This is Sasuke inside of the tree because, he still has his sword. A couple of claw grimes defeated. Code is nowhere to be found. And Boruto just walks up and takes the sword, right? Since Boruto's sword is broken, people who theorized, oh, did he take Sasuke's sword? Did he keep his own sword? He took Sasuke's. Boruto's sword is broken. He's not going to get that back. No point in fixing it. There's a free sword right there. Sheathes it back up. And then fast forward, we get how he looks now. Haircut, better drip, looks way healthier, more stoic. This panel is just tough as well, bro. This one seems to be just Konohamaru looking up at the Moegi tree. Inashika Cho here as well. Pretty sad panel. Now, I did find this detail pretty cool. Apparently, Moegi, how she got trapped by the Jyuubi clone, she saved a mother and child, but was kind of too late. And I guess the claw grime bit her and turned her to a tree. It's kind of sick to just sit there in the middle of a village as a tree. It almost looks like it's a joke, right? Imagine just being in the world of Boruto and seeing just a woman encased in a tree, almost unconscious, and just appearing dead. Seems kind of sick. But, they're basically saying they won't forgive him, Code or the Jyuubi, and they're vowing their revenge. Whatever. We then fast forward to the Jube-tastic 4. We got the Moegi clone. Look at the parallels right there. Basically symbolizing, yes, she got trapped in a tree. This is how she looks now, right? This is her Jyuubi clone counterpart. They're talking about who their next victims are. She's going to go against Konohamaru and the new Ino Shikacho. I don't know what room they're in, but it looks really cool. I don't know if this is where the Jyuubi was because I don't see any of the rods or anything. This seems like a new hideout of some sorts. I don't know how they automatically just have a new hideout, but they mean business. All right. Their leader, whatever you want to call him, don't really have a name right now. He's thinking about eating Naruto. And as you know, the only way to get to Naruto is through Kawaki, so he's probably going to fight Kawaki and Boruto as like a duo fight-esque battle. The other ones will reveal who they'll fight. Moegi clone is fighting Ino Shikacho and Konohamaru. He's going to fight probably Kawaki and Boruto. And now you're probably thinking, who is, Jyuubi Bug and Jyuubi Sasuke going to fight? Well, they tell you right here. Right? Basically, Bug peeps in on Ida while she's spying on everyone. She's using her Senryagon, and he's able to basically link with her. And for the first time, I guess, Ida has felt fear. Because she gets freaked out. Damon's, freaking out too. Everyone's looking around. They're enchanted by her ability. This is probably due to all of them having Shibai cells. Code mixes his blood and chakra with the claw marks. They also enhance the Jyuubi, so they should have Code's DNA, Shibai's DNA, since that's where Code gets his Shinjutsu. That's pretty much the only way I would say they're able to link with Ida like this. She gets her ability from Shibai. They have Shibai cells. They're able to some way, spy on her as well. Now, I accidentally skipped. Second. But yeah, we see Jyuubi Sasuke sitting here as well. He's asking, are you alright? And he sees Uchiha Sarada. That is his target, Uchiha Sarada. So yeah, as everyone theorized, he's going to fight Sarada. I'm hoping it's a solo fight, but if it was a duo fight with Boruto, I wouldn't really mind that much. Doesn't really matter to me. It's just fun seeing that he's fighting his own quote-unquote daughter. Now, we do get Amato tidbits. He's basically talking about how he resisted omnipotence. Not really a resistance since he is just affected by omnipotence. Just his thinking pattern and how he's going to basically continue with his plan to revive his daughter, right? He mentions her by name here, talk about how he's implanted her within Kawaki's restored karma, and all he has to do is implant his karma onto a new clone, right? So he's still going with his plan as he's very sad over his daughter's death, quote unquote. If you want to call it that, because she's technically still has a body, sort of, in the form of Delta, but I guess he wants a better body and all of her memories. It's completely fine. But Kawaki is the catalyst for all of that. Still dialogue, still dialogue. Then we get to what a lot of people were now hyped about and they were going crazy about. Sarada's talking with Sumire on there. Boruto comes in all depressing and stoic as he is now. Sasuke, nah, my master trusted me. Sarada looks back at him, goes in for a hug, and Sumire is just looking off into the distance or looking at Boruto and Sarada. And that's pretty much the end of the chapter, right? I was being very vague with this on purpose because, of course, go read the official, enjoy the chapter for yourselves. I was just giving y'all, a rough outline so you can, if you do enjoy looking at leaks, you can basically see what's going on, right? Yeah, this chapter is definitely a 10 out of 10, one for the books. Given how we're ending off the year with this chapter, Kishimoto and Ikimoto have not missed at all during this year. This has been the year with the most peaks for Boruto in both art, narrative, and hype. I mean, we've had Omnipotence, we've had Two Blue Vortex, we've had Sasuke's death, Naruto getting sealed, Code versus Boruto with the Rasengan Uzuhiko, new villain group, Sardis MS. We've just had everything this year. We may not have an anime, since it's coming back. Had to go on hiatus due to the strict schedule at Studio Period. But the manga just has been heat. Back-to-back heat. No complaints at all. Read this chapter. Also, I am going to be using, the art in this video. So check these guys out in the thumbnail. They're going to be linked in the description as well. If you liked, don't forget to subscribe. I mean, there's really nothing else to say. Peak chapter. Boruto continues again. The only good manga now is Boruto and JJK.